It's July 7th, 2013. It's about 12:30, 12:45-ish on a Sunday. And I am about a year and a half-ish on testosterone. I started in December 2011. Feels like it's forever ago. I started on the 9th, I believe. It was a Friday, I know that much. And I just wanted to talk about changes from testosterone since starting it. From, all the changes that have happened from then to now. And I guess the first thing, I'll tell you about is how much I take. I take about 0.5, 0.6 cc's each week in my butt cheek. I don't do it in my thigh. A lot of people do it in their thigh, but I don't know. The endocrinologist showed me how to do it in my butt cheek, and that's just what I'm sticking with. And I use I meant to grab one so I could show you, but they're over in my parents' house. I use a syringe that is, what is the word I'm looking for? I like to use 22 gauge, but right now I have 23 gauge. They always give me the wrong size, but it's doable, so I don't complain. But anyways, the very, very first thing that happened when I started testosterone was sex drive. Instantly. It was like, I would say within like 2 or 3 weeks of starting it, it was just like horny, all the time. And I've also had, like, over the year and a half, not instantly, it did not happen instantly, I've had growth, so it's like a small, but much bigger than it was. And one other thing that I completely forgot about until just now is the vagina fairy. She no longer visits me. She's been gone forever. Like, she came to visit me the day after I started T. I was like, really? Because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm starting T, this is awesome. The very next day she shows up, and I was just like, fuck you. But it was there that week, and it's been gone ever since. Never heard from her since then. So that is definitely one of the A+ things about testosterone. My skin was probably the second change that happened after starting testosterone, and that really sucks. That's like probably my biggest complaint about testosterone. That's like the only downside effect that I've had, really, is that my skin got really oily, and it started breaking out first in my face and then my chest, and it really, for the past few months, I've hardly had any on my chest, so that's good, knock on wood. But right after top surgery in April of 2012, it's like, oh yeah, I can take my shirt off now, and my shoulders and my back just broke out like crazy, which really sucked, but you get over it. And then after my skin, people worry. They were like, oh, you're gonna change, you're gonna be a different person, oh, it's like a death. No, I feel like I've just grown as myself, I'm still the same person, I'm just more of myself. Before, I didn't feel like I could be myself 100%. Now I feel like I can be, and I'm happy with it. And moods, I'm really bad about remembering my shot every single week, so sometimes I end up missing a couple weeks, and it kind of throws you off. My moods get kind of bad when I miss shots, and I just get moody, because when you think about like a woman going through menopause, like her hormones get all whack and she gets moody out of nowhere. That's kind of what it's like, because your hormones they're like, wait, what's happening? Like, we're used to this, and all of a sudden, boom, like just going back and forth. And so that's my fault, because I don't take my shot regularly like I'm supposed to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but that's my fault, you know. And let's see, what else? Oh, my confidence definitely gone up in myself, you know, and just being around people. I'm still not like, you know, that super outgoing person, but I do feel like I am much more outgoing than I used to be. Before, I was very, very introverted, didn't like talking to people and everything, and didn't really meet new people and all that stuff. But now I feel much more confident in myself, and I can like say hi to people and, you know, just strike up a conversation. It's much easier now because I'm not worried about what do they think I am, you know, what are they looking at, what are they noticing about me. But now I feel like I'm me, and it's okay. But the period between starting testosterone and top surgery, which was only a couple months, I started testosterone in December and had top surgery in April. Those few months I felt very, very uncomfortable. Like, I was happy that I was getting all these changes from testosterone, but at the same time, it was very uncomfortable around people in public, and I was working with the public, and it was just, I really, really didn't like it because, you know, my voice was dropping, and I was having all these awesome changes, but this was still there, and it was just very uncomfortable because I feel like people just didn't understand. And, you know, but then after top surgery, it was much, much better. My confidence flew through the roof, you know. And the voice, yeah, that's another thing, is that, you know, at first it's kind of like awkward teenage boy sounding squeaky voice, you know, like cracking, and but it just drops, you know, over the months. It just goes lower and lower, and it's nice because, you know, now I feel like it's finally settling. It's not like cracking and, you know. And body hair, that definitely happened. I can't remember exactly how soon it happened, but my chest started to get pretty hairy after top surgery, and the hair on my arms has definitely gotten thicker, and unfortunately I got a few hairs on my back and shoulders and my legs, very, very thick hair. And the worst is my butt, though. It looks like a mammoth's ass, but, you know, it's okay. Because people don't see that, you know, I don't go running around naked. But then I guess the only other like disappointment really with testosterone is that I thought, oh, I'm gonna start testosterone and I'm gonna get all muscular and my curves are gonna just disappear and everything. No, that didn't happen. You know, if I dieted and exercised regularly, it might happen, but you know, that's something that you have to work for. I found that, and from watching other people's videos, you know, that's not something that testosterone just does on its own. At least from myself and other people I've seen on YouTube and whatnot, that, you know, it's not just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take this shot and it's gonna be like a steroid, you know. No. I was already, you know, pretty much the same size I am right now, and I'm chunky, so, I mean, I've got muscle, but, you know, I think it's mostly fat, but whatever. You know, I wish I was muscular, but that's my fault. You know, if I really wanted it that bad, I should work for it, but I'm so lazy. But see, if I found out that I could have bottom surgery, that like I had the money for it, I would work for it, because to have bottom surgery, you know, your results are going to be a lot better if you are in the right BMI range for your size. Because, you know, if I've seen this with a lot of metoidioplasties, like, you know, if you're a chunky person, it's not going to be much of a difference compared to before surgery. And at least with what I've seen online, you know, there might be other people out there who are heavyset who had a metoidioplasty and they're happy with it, but from pictures I've seen online, it doesn't work out. But I don't really want metoidioplasty, I want phalloplasty. And so they have, like, on charts on some of the doctors' websites, you know, we would want you to be in this BMI range because, you know, there are much more complications if you're overweight or underweight, and the phallus would be too thick if you're overweight or too small if you're underweight, you know. So that would be a motivator if I could afford that, but, you know, at this point in time, it doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. So, which really sucks, but I'll save that for another video and just say good day for now. Yeah, that's all changes for testosterone that I can think of. If you have any questions about anything else that I might have left out, feel free to ask. You know, just go ahead. Anyways, have a good day. Hope everyone had a good 4th.